Hi everyone, welcome to the dext training, getting started with dext prepare. We are getting you set up for effortless bookkeeping ahead. I'm Anush Kijalat. I'm a partner success consultant with the dext Canada team. And in this session, we are going to take a look at how you can track your expenses and submit receipts, invoices very easily and in a better manner to your accountant using dext prepare. Here are the learning objectives. First, how to download the dext prepare mobile app and access your dext account. Secondly, how to submit receipts to your accountant or bookkeeper using dext prepare mobile app, emailing things in, or invoice fetch. Lastly, how to respond to messages from your accountant or bookkeeper. Let's look at the benefits first. So now using dext prepare, now you can easily submit things, the images, the receipts, the invoices you have to your bookkeeper on an easy and a fast way. You can reduce your tax bill and it will be great for audit security as well. Let's see how we can make this happen. Firstly, your bookkeeper would be sending you an invitation to set up your dext account. They will send it as an email or as a text message. If it's an email invitation that you received, you can click on the link to create your account and it will take you to a page where it will allow you to set up a password for yourself. Your username would be already pre-filled and only you will have to do is set up a password and you'll be ready to start accessing the dext account. Similarly, on the text method, you'll have to click the link and you'll be required to set up a password for yourself and you can start accessing the dext account. In this way, it will also prompt you to download the dext mobile app. But if not, you will also have the ability to go into, if you're using an iOS device, to Apple Store and search for the dext mobile app and download it into your phone. And you'll have to, only thing you'll have to do is key in the credentials that you just created and you'll be able to access the app. Similarly, in Android, you can download the mobile app from the Google Play Store as well. So let's take a look at the app in detail. So now we're looking at a very easy way to submit those receipts, invoices you have to your bookkeeper. You don't have to keep them as a shoebox. You can easily take a picture and start sending things into your bookkeeper. So when first you log into the mobile app, you would already see the inbox. It will show the receipts, invoices you have already submitted. You'll see them in the status that they're in, on to review status, on ready status. You would see supply details, the date, and details like this. This is the view how it will show on the iOS device. And similarly, this is how the app will look like when it's on Android. So let's look at the first method of submitting, which is the camera. So easy way of taking pictures. And if you have a GRAS receipt, and now you can send that to your bookkeeper very easily. When you're taking pictures, you have a couple of options available within the camera. Firstly, talking about the single mode. Let's say you have one gas receipt, an individual receipt like this. You can use the single mode where you're going to take a picture of it, only that receipt, and you're going to hit send once you're ready, and it will go into dext and it will be available for your bookkeeper. Secondly, the multiple mode. Multiple mode is useful if you have a set of receipts available with you. For an example, if you have 10 gas receipts on your hand, now you can switch to multiple mode, take pictures of them one by one individually, but when you submit it, it's going to go in as a batch at one go to dext, which is easy to submit that set of receipts at a single go to your bookkeeper. Third option, which is the combined mode. Don't get this confused with the multiple mode. Combined mode is, let's say you have a receipt or invoice which goes up to several pages, which you cannot take a picture at one go. Now you can take pictures of those 3 pages at one go itself, but once you submit it, it's going to merge all those 3 pages and consider it as a one receipt or a one invoice and submit it as a single item to your dext account. And once you're doing this, taking pictures, you also have the ability to add further information into it. Soon as you take a picture, you will see the option to key in some of the information. You have the option to select the category, owned by details. Ideally, this should be your name. And you can write a description here. You can give a quick description, explain the expense that you're submitting. And further, you have the option to even tag customers or projects if you are doing so. But this depends on your style and the discussion you have had with your accountant. Some of them only require you to take a picture and send things in, and they're going to take care of the rest. But if you have any specific projects or details that you need to key in, this could be useful to you to highlight them in this section. Further, once you are submitted in the cost inbox, you do have the ability to update further information or edit the information that you require. Once the image is sent and the extraction is finished, it will be available to you in your inbox. This is the view for the iOS device. You can click on any document that you see here. It's going to take you to this page, which will open up the image, and you will see a further option saying item details to select and check the information we have extracted. Once you click on this tab, it's going to take you to this section. Now we are showing further information such as supplier, currency, and even the total amounts of which we are extracted. You have the ability to update this if required. Similarly, on the Android device, this is the view for the inbox. Soon as you go into any of these receipts or items, it will similarly show with the image, and you can select and it will go into an overlay, which you have the ability to key in further information on this section. Great. That's about using the camera within the dext mobile app to submit things. So secondly, moving into emailing things then. Let's say you're a person who receives invoices by suppliers to your email, or you even have some invoices within in your email application. Now you do not have to take printouts or even send them out physically to your bookkeeper. You can easily forward them in directly to dext, so they have access to it. Your bookkeeper or the accountant would set an email in address for you. This will be set by them under your name. And I'm going to show you here how you can access that email in address easily and how to forward things using your email application. Firstly, you can easily find that email in if you're using an iOS device. You have to go to settings, click on email in, and it will show the email in addresses that is given to you by your bookkeeper. So all you have to do is copy it from here, and then you can start pasting it in your email client and forward things to Dext Prepare. If you're on an Android device, similarly, you're going to go into settings, click on email in, and it will take you to the page which you can view the email in address. Once that is copied, you're going to paste in the Dext email in address, which is ending at dext.cc on the to field. And you can also copy, if required, your account or bookkeeper or anyone else who need to have a copy of that invoice and send it into Dext Prepare. It's better if you want to save it as a contact, so it will be easier. You don't have to copy the email all the time. At one time, you can have it saved in your email client as a contact. So any other time you get invoices now via email or attached to them, you can forward that email very easily into Dext. You can also consider setting up auto forwarding. If you are a person who gets multiple invoices consistently or regularly, from suppliers, you can set a rule in your own email application to auto forward those emails consisting invoices directly into the dext address. So this is something you will have to set within your own email application to auto forward things into a specific text emailing address. This could come very handy, so you don't have to forward things one by one. Every time an invoice sent, let's say from a supplier, comes into your inbox, in your own email application, it will get automatically forwarded into text. So that's the email in function. Talking about invoice fetch. So invoice fetch in dext is and having the ability to connect dext prepare or your dext prepare account directly into a supplier's online account. For an example, a supplier like Bell or Rogers or Enbridge, if you're having an online account, you can connect your dext account to the supplier's online portal itself, and then dext will automatically fetch those invoices from that supplier's account and make it available for you and the bookkeeper to easily work through. So now you don't even have to lift a finger. Dext will be fetching those invoices which get generated on that client account, supplier's account every weekly, and will be available. So there are a couple of methods you can set this up. First, via an email. So your bookkeeper will send you a request to set up the connection for a specific supplier. So in order to do that, you might have to give a list of suppliers to your bookkeeper that you have an online account with. Then they will be sending out requests for you to key in the login credentials for those suppliers. So once the bookkeeper sent you the request, it will give you an option to click and it will take you to a login page, which will be the page to key in the credentials belonging to that specific supplier's online account. So you're going to key in your username, your password, and you can select from which date that you want to let dext fetch those documents. So you can select a day from current day onwards, or you do also have an option to bring the entire available history, which is available within that supplier. So please keep on mind and select the appropriate option that is necessary for you. Once you click connect, and this is showing you once the invoice is fetched from the connection itself, it will be coming under cost in the cost inbox, and you can easily go in via the mobile app or via a browser and view the details of the invoices that's being fetched. The second method to connect invoice fetch, if you want to do it by yourself, what you can do is you can log into dext via a browser using the same credentials. And once you log into your account, you're going to go to connections, costs, and now you will see an option under invoice fetch to add a connection. So once you click on add connection, it's going to take you to a page where you can easily click on full list, search for the supplier that you're looking for. And if you have the details available, you can click on it and easily connect to that supplier. As I showed you earlier, again, it's going to take you to the login page and you will have to key in the details and you will be easily connected. So this is a great method you could consider based on certain suppliers you have or you work with. If you have online account available, have them connected so you won't have to forward things or send things all the time to your bookkeeper, and we will do that work for you. Moving into messages. Messages are great and an easy way to answer the questions your bookkeeper is having with regards to specific expenses. So your bookkeeper or accountant will send you messages if they require any clarifications for the receipts or invoices you have submitted. And if they send you a message, you can see it in your mobile app. So within this item, now we are seeing a text icon where you can click on it and it will take you to this view And if you now click on this option here, it will let you view the message they have sent you. So in this instance, they have asking to confirm what this expense is for. So now we can easily reply to it. So you don't have to go back and forth with your accountant or bookkeeper. They will be able to easily specify the information they require, and you can see the invoice and easily give the information that they have requested from you. So this will be a fun way and easy way to stay on top of your expenses and allow your bookkeeper to also categorize them very easily. Similarly, messages on the Android device. Now, if you go into notifications, and now you would see if they have sent you any messages. Now you can click into it. You will see the option to start responding to those. Great. Finally, coming into paperwork requests. Within Dext Prepare, if you have your bank feed connected to your Dext account, your account or bookkeeper would be able to identify what invoices or receipts that you have submitted and what you have not. They will go through your bank feed. They will be able to see the missing invoices and receipt, and they will be able to request that from you, which is called paperwork request. So once they identify that and send that number of receipts or highlighting those number of receipts and invoices or the transactions as a paperwork request, you will need to respond to that. If the paperwork request has been made, you will see it on the mobile app under outstanding paperwork. Soon as you click into it, it will break down the number of transactions that they're requesting from you. And now individually, you'll have the app option to submit these to your bookkeeper very easily. You can select one of them. It will take you to this page. And if you click submit paperwork, it's going to take you to the camera. If you have it with you, you can take a picture and send it directly into Dext. If you don't have access to it, you'll also have the option to let your bookkeeper know that you currently do not have access to that specific document. So this is a great way your bookkeeper can identify it, and you can submit things to them very easily on the missing receipt and the documents. This is how it will look like. The paperwork request will look like in an Android device. You can go into outstanding paperwork. Similarly, you're going to see the individual receipts that have been requested. And now you have the ability to take a picture of it or dismiss the request from here to indicate that you do not further have access to those documents. Great. So today we discussed about a couple of areas to get you started with using Dext Prepare and specifically Dext mobile app. So we covered how to download the Dext Prepare mobile app, how to set your account, and took you through different submission methods available for you to send things now easily and in a smoother way, in a better manner to your accountant and the bookkeeper. And lastly, how to respond to messages which is sent by your bookkeeper. Great. And if you have any questions, you can type them in the question section if you haven't already, and I'll be taking those questions live from here and answering them. Great. Thank you, everyone.